Welcome to the Martha Bassett Show, coming to you from the historic Reeves Theater in Elkin, North Carolina, a home for music in the heart of the foothills. The Martha Bassett Show features national artists, local talent, and the music of Martha Bassett. Tonight on the show, we welcome Choro das Três, Ordinary Elephant, and the Mears Band. It's a great night with some of the finest music you'll hear anywhere. So let's get it started with Martha and the band on the iconic heartthrob Ricky Nelson's big 1957 hit, Stood Up.
Well, I've been waiting ever since 8. Yes, my baby's got another day. Stood up, broken hearted again. I'll bet he's out having a ball, not even thinking of me at all. Stood up, broken hearted again. Well, I know just what I ought to do. I ought to find me somebody new. Baby, I couldn't forget about you. Stood up, broken hearted again. Why must I always be the one left behind, never having any fun? Stood up, broken hearted again. But I guess I'll go on being the fool, sitting around just waiting on you. Stood up, broken hearted again. Well, I know just what I ought to do. I ought to find me somebody new. Baby, I couldn't forget about you. Stood up, broken hearted again. Stood up, broken hearted again. Stood up, broken hearted again. Thank you. Ordinary Elephant is the husband-wife duo of Crystal and Pete Demore. They met at an open mic in College Station, Texas in 2009 and moved together to Houston, where Crystal had a career as a veterinary cardiologist and Pete as a computer programmer. They eventually left their stable careers to hit the road in an RV, and they've been captivating audiences ever since. In 2017, they were named Artist of the Year at the International Folk Music Awards, and the Associated Press called their album Honest one of the best Americana albums of the year. The band's new, stripped-down, self-titled collection is the purest distillation of their sound yet. It is such an honor to welcome back to our stage Ordinary Elephant.
Thank you, Martha, and thank all of you for being here. Like she said, we have a brand new album, and so we're gonna start you out with the first track off of that album. It's the first song that we wrote in 2020. We wrote it on our back porch after flying to and from Australia in 5 days. Yeah, it was March. Things were changing real fast, and the world shut down one show into our 2-week tour there, but we felt very, very lucky. We were healthy and safe, and we got home, and we recognized, this song felt so much like in and of that moment, but as we've come out from it, we recognize how much when we're, as humans, when we're faced with really deep uncertainty, no matter what the cause, we all tend to turn to story to find comfort and direction, and that's what we were doing. Tell me that story again, darling. The one where we all end up alright. Tell me that story again, darling. Wasn't it true once upon a time? Wasn't it true once upon a time? I'll keep keeping up with the laundry. You'll keep keeping up with the car. I guess things aren't really changing here. It sure feels like they are. It sure feels like they are. We got good dogs, we got a good porch. Got eyes to see and we've got a good view. Got ears to hear and we are listening. The truth is not something we can choose. The truth is not something we can choose. Story again, darling. The one where we all end up alright. Tell me that story again, darling. Wasn't it true once upon a time? Wasn't it true once upon a time? Wasn't it true? Wasn't it true once upon a time? Wasn't it true? Wasn't it true once upon a time? Wasn't it true? Tell me that story again, darling. Wasn't it true? Tell me that story again, darling. Wasn't it true? Tell me that story again, darling. Wasn't it true? Tell me that story again, darling. Wasn't it true? Wasn't it true once upon a time? Wasn't it true? Wasn't it true once upon a time? Thanks, y'all. Well, yeah, we got, it feels like we got used to the slower pace of things while we were home there for a while. And we lived down a gravel road. We got cows for neighbors. And we got to just, kind of immerse ourselves in nature in the way you do when you're a kid. And, I feel like we forget how to talk to it as we get older. But it felt nice, just staying in the moments that we were in. And then sometime in the middle of 22, probably right before we came here, actually, because that's when we were here, things just picked up real fast, and it felt very jarring how quickly the world seemed to be moving again. And it was just such a reminder that when, you see all the social media things and you get to, we just see what everyone else is doing, and it's so easy to fall into that, are we doing enough? Are we being enough? Just that mentality that's so not healthy for anybody. And we wanted a way to remember how to be in those moments and just to be where and what you are in that moment. And so we wrote this song to try to help us remember that. I heard it from the hardwood, those floorboards bent my ear. I told it to the screen door, the wind spoke it to the trees. There's the language that I learned and the one I've always known, reaching deep to remember it before I have to go. There are too many days done and gone by moving too fast. I could ask for more, I still get what I get. I will slow down, I will work hard to be where I am. I will be still, I will be moved to be where I am. I will let this day, 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 I will let
so much. Yeah. So, new record out. When did that happen?
May 3rd?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the same day as our last album. Like, we did not plan that.
Whoa.
It just happened.
Yeah.
Happened to be. Yeah, May 3rd.
And did you say you have it on vinyl?
We do.
Awesome.
Vinylly. We do.
I told them I've gotten quite a collection amassed. I try and buy everybody's vinyl who's on our show, and my shelf is like that big right now, so I look forward to adding you.
It's actually a double LP,
Ooh,
so it'll make it
better.
even a little bigger.
That's awesome. So I want to ask what everybody's thinking. How is it? What's it like living in? Is it an RV or a van or some sort of?
It's a van, technically. Yeah.
Now, yeah, we've been through several
tricked-out
iterations. Like first it was an RV, and then a van travel trailer situation, and now it's just a van.
Okay.
Which is way more manageable.
Yeah, we travel with our 2 dogs, and it's so sweet to be able to bring them along. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, we feel very lucky to travel that way and just have our space with us wherever we go.
Do you camp different places? What's your van got in it? I want to know the nitty-gritty.
Oh, it's got almost everything we need, you know.
We bought it empty, and then we've
Yeah.
been building it out. I don't know if it will ever be done.
Yeah.
It's always an ongoing process.
It really is. But yeah, we camp wherever we can, wherever they won't kick us out.
Yeah. Cracker Barrels, Walmart parking lots, rest areas.
And so you guys get along in close quarters for months at a time.
We do.
How long
That's
are your tours? How long do you stay out?
Oh, maybe like 4 to 6 weeks is what we're aiming for usually.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you traveling all over the country or?
All over. Just last month, last month we were up in Olympia, Washington. So
Wow.
all over. Yeah.
And where do you call home?
We have a little home down in South Louisiana, near Lafayette. Yeah.
And how often, when you get home, how long do you stay there?
Oh man, as long as we can, but usually a few
Usually
weeks.
not long enough. It usually doesn't feel long enough.
Yeah.
Long enough to do laundry and stretch out and.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we are just so happy to have you back here.
Well, thank you
So,
for having us. Such a treat.
You have more to share with us?
Yeah, we got one more for you.
Okay.
And actually, so if you've seen us before, you know that poetry is something that we do. It's, something that I've always done. I grew up a really quiet kid, and writing was just always how I felt comfortable getting things out instead of out of my mouth. They came out on paper. And so we have a new poetry book along with the new album. And this one is set up to be like a companion to the record. And so it's, each song on the record starts with that song's lyrics, and then it has pieces that live within that song's orbit. And so I'm going to read you one that goes along with the last song that we're going to do here. And has anyone ever been to the Kerrville Folk Festival? Or heard of it? Yeah. Oh, one person. Yay. Oh man, it's a magical place. It's the main stage is always fantastic. It's down in Kerrville, Texas. But the campground is like the magic of this festival. It's an 18-day festival. You don't let it scare you. You don't have to stay the whole time. You can come and go, but people do stay the whole time, and they set up these camps, and we get to go around and share music with people. And there's a friend of ours named Kirsten Maxwell who often goes, and I could just listen to her sing for the rest of my life. Her voice is just otherworldly, and she was singing with some other ladies one night and around a campfire, and I wrote this one the next day. It's called Bloom. Pitch rising and falling like ink on a page, from a bellow to a bell, emanating in a range I could only dream about coming out of my mouth. So I sit with legs crossed, body leaning toward the voices, like they are the sun and I am trying to bloom. Maybe I am. Feet in the dirt, water from my eyes. Seems I have all I need to grow, like a time-lapse video, slightly stuttering and faster than I could have imagined. So my ears follow the pitch, like kitten eyes on a feather hanging from a string, mesmerized and never more content than that moment. Letting something you can't catch turn your want into unwavering gratitude. Yeah, gratitude was a big lesson for us over these last few years, and just remembering to be grateful for what is right in front of you. And we are so grateful for what is right in front of us right now. Thank you so much for being here.
1, 2, 3.
Fields of rye and goldenrod, waving in the wind, I give them a nod. The crows are calling, got dogs at my feet. Joy has not forgotten me. This gravel road crackles like static in the air. Don't know the way, but I'm getting there. There's humming in my head, a melody breaking free. Joy has not forgotten me. Tonight I sway to that old-time sound, in a crown of starlight and a cotton gown. I'll dance with the moon through the cracks in the clouds, sing my thanks for what I've found. Sing my thanks for what I've found. Spent the day stacking wood in the shade of the pine, cutting what fell and calling it mine. Fuel for the evening, an offering from the tree. joy has not forgotten me. Campfire turns a song to a smile, like a totem die cut straight from time. I'll tell it on the prairie. I have all I need. Joy has not forgotten me. Tonight I sway to that old-time sound, in a crown of starlight and a cotton gown. I'll dance with the moon through the cracks in the clouds, sing my thanks for what I've found. Sing my thanks for what I've found. Joy has not forgotten me. Tonight I sway to that old-time sound, in a crown of starlight and a cotton gown. I dance with the moon through the cracks in the clouds, sing my thanks for what I've found. Sing my thanks for what I've found. Sing my thanks for what I've found.
Ordinary Elephant.
Written in part by Hugh Chatham Health. Hugh Chatham Health has provided health care to residents of the region since 1931 and includes a medical group of more than 70 providers across 25 locations in 4 countries. In July of this year, Hugh Chatham Health received the American Heart Association's Get With the Guidelines Stroke Gold Plus Quality Achievement Award for its commitment to stroke care. Did you know the Reeves Theater has recently launched the Reeves Downtown School of Music right up the street in the Old Arts Council building? They are a nonprofit dedicated to providing music lessons to all instruments, all ages instruction in group and individual lesson settings. Learn old-time bluegrass, theory, composition, and more. The Reeves Theater has a vibrant lineup all year round. To get your Halloween spirit in full swing, check out Three Toe Possum's Halloween Party on October 31st and Faust with live film scoring from Modern Robot on November 2nd. Let's get back to the Reeves stage in beautiful downtown Elkin with Martha Bassett.
Thank you. I'd like to introduce you guys to Ben Singer, whom you've seen playing the B3 with us. I'm doing great. So, Ben, I wanted to talk to him in front of you to give you a little idea of the magic that he creates with Modern Robot. He's scored several silent films and some like Night of the Living Dead.
Turned into a silent film.
It turned into a silent film, exactly. So, Faust, tell us a little bit about how you've treated this film and...
Yeah, so the movie itself was from 1926, and it was a hugely expensive production at the time, like equivalent maybe like, it's hard to exactly count Germany at the time, but $50, $100 million kind of thing, like enormous expense taken to make this production. And it's the first big production of the Faust. So Faust is the, there's a little bit of history to it, there's a lot of mythology to it, but it's the general story of someone dissatisfied with their life and then selling their soul to the devil. And things don't go so well.
Imagine that.
Yeah, so this is a giant film adaptation of that, done as a silent film. There was a score written for it, but I've just written my own music. I'm not trying to pretend like I'm in the 1920s. I just love the movie. But the movie is like watching a series of paintings. Really, it's a ton about light and dark. It's a ton about composition, and it is a tragic story. How
do you go about writing a film score?
I I collect lots of themes, but it usually happens in a panic, you know.
You've improvised a lot of films that I've seen.
Yeah, I did a lot, and then there was a certain kind of, not exactly repeatability, but I just wanted to have that kind of power where it's like, here's the theme, and you know why it's this person's theme. And I started doing Faust about 10 years ago, 2014.
Can you give us some examples of these themes?
Yeah. So like the opening theme, which is called Angels. If you can imagine, like, you know, clouds and an angel coming and Mephisto the devil coming to argue about this philosopher Faust. And then Faust has a theme. I think I just watched the Godfather series, like kind of all of them, but just before this, I wanted to write something that was like that. Goes on from there.
Very dark and brooding.
Oh yeah.
Halloween-y.
And then the whole story. I mean, it starts off with a plague, and the devil promises Faust that he can fix the plague, but that's only after he meets him at a crossroads. So there's a spooky. And I always do these movies on Halloween because it just all has a Halloween vibe. So he goes to meet him at a crossroads. That's a vibe of the movie.
Yeah.
It grows. It has a giant ending to it, but yeah, that's the idea. And so it'll be me and a drummer.
That was my next question.
Yeah. And we'll be set up. And some of you may have been to my show last year here, where I did Night of the Living Dead, and we were set up over there. And it'll be the same thing. So we'll have a screen, and we'll have the movie. It's about a 100-minute movie, if I remember right.
Yes, so you'll be coming to this old theater and watching an actual movie with live music under it. So come on out on November 2nd. Please mark your calendars.
Yeah, and there's a little movie playing in the back, and there's handbills. Feel free to take one, and I hope to see you there.
All right, Ben Singer, Modern Robot. Okay, I'm going to share a song from one of my favorite songwriters. His name is Pat McLaughlin, and you may or may not have heard of him, but you've probably heard his songs. He wrote a lot with John Prine, and this song is called Little Good Girl. girl, without your name, this little town never be the same. You jump the fence, and it makes no sense. Little good girl, ready at last to look to the future and forget your past. That's the way I see it. It's a whole new world. Little good girl, little good girl, I hope you're doing fine. You can come to see us any old time. Little good girl, I hope you're doing fine now. Thank you. For 19 years, Choro das Três has been a group formed by three sisters, Corina, Lia, and Elisa, and their father, Eduardo. Their father, Eduardo, who died of COVID-19 in June of 2021. 2022 marked their 20th anniversary, a bittersweet moment without their father to celebrate this huge milestone. As children, they were encouraged to learn instruments as a hobby, but as they continually improved, their parents began driving them almost 2 hours weekly to São Paulo so that their daughters could attend choro circles and learn from the masters of the genre. The family immediately drew attention, as it was not common to see three girls in that environment. Their band began receiving invitations to television and radio programs, and their first show was contracted by the U.S. consulate. Their first recording, Meu Brasil Brasileiro, launched them to national programming in 2008, and they were awarded the Best Group of the Year by the São Paulo Association of Art Critics. Now they've released 11 recordings, had 8 international tours, and hundreds of concerts and workshops in different countries. It is such an honor to welcome back to our stage Choro das Três.
Obrigada, thank you, boa noite. So we are three sisters. We played here at the Martha Bassett Show last year, and believe it or not, we've been on tour since. We haven't gone back to Brazil. So if you've seen the motorhome on the back of the theater, that's our house for the past year and a half. So it's a pleasure to be back. We played Assanhado, composition by Jacó do Bandolim. Next one, another Jacó do Bandolim song, Santa Morena.
Muito bom, obrigado, Corina, Lisa, Lia. Choro das Três will be back in the second half of the show. The Martha Bassett Show is supported in part by our fine business friends of the show, Bowen Town and Country Furniture, Buckeye Advisors, and Buckeye Moving and Storage, and Icon Custom Builders, giving your home transformation through renovation. Buckeye Advisors makes moving seamless with professional and personal assistance, including turnkey services. From downsizing and packing to unpacking and complete setup, their specialties include transitions to retirement communities, preparing homes for market, and connecting to resources to enable independent living at home. It's Buckeye Advisors and Buckeye Moving and Storage for when you need more than a mover. And Bowen Town and Country Furniture. Local, family-owned since 1956. American brands by skilled craftsmen, using fine design and engineering and still producing beautiful furniture right here in North Carolina. It's furniture made to use, not just made to sell. What do we have next on the show, Martha?
Luke Mears is a local artist from right here in Elkin, North Carolina. Luke's music blends blues, country, rock, and boogie into a decidedly old-school sound, made even more so by his flat-picking and finger-picking style guitar picking. He's joined tonight by our own Brady Reed on bass and Robert Holthauser on guitar. Please welcome for the first time to our show, the Luke Mears Band.
All right. Thank you, Martha. It certainly is an honor to be on this show, and we hope you enjoy it. I've already enjoyed it thoroughly. How about Choro, Três? Man. Well, we're going to start off with a true story, true as any of the lies we tell tonight. And it's actually a story from Winston-Salem, and some of you folks might be old enough to remember this particular gal.
They won't admit it.
They probably won't admit it, though. This is the epic tale of Madge Roberts. Madge Roberts was a church-going gal. She married young to a preacher man. But when the preacher ran off with choir direct, old Madge needed another plan. She found a place called Silver Slipper, and for $400 a week, Madge became a dancer, giving the good old boys a peek. Lord, she gave the good old boys a peek. Now Madge learned to like that money, and she wanted just a little more. Since she done figured out what would sell, she opened up her own store. Yeah, she moved down to Winston-Salem and rented a penthouse suite where the politicians and the businessmen, they'd party 6 nights a week. Just a country girl with legs and looks, a story as old as time. Madge did what she had to do, and it was working out just fine. Set out to make a name for herself, pretty soon she had it. Everybody that knew Madge Roberts called her the Madam Rabbit. Yeah, they called her the Madam Rabbit. So Madge moved in a few girlfriends, and then her place became the place to be. Nobody ever called it a whorehouse, but the party didn't come for free. She never asked straight out for money, but she would accept a gentleman's gifts. And what went on behind closed doors, no word ever crossed her lips. No word ever crossed her lips. Soon Madge was wearing the jewelry and the finest of satin gowns. Her place made men feel special, and the word soon got around. She had 3 new homes, 4 Cadillacs, and had a cottage on the lake. She had a banker that liked cash money. Lord, she had the police on the tape. Just a country girl and could not see beyond her natural charms. But there was more to Madge than just long legs. She come a long way from the farm, set out to make a name for herself, and pretty soon she had it. Everybody that knew Madge Roberts called her the Madam Rabbit. Yeah, they called her the Madam Rabbit. Well, now someone got suspicious. Well, it might have been the banker's wife. But when the IRS come snooping around, they didn't have to sniff but twice. She could prove no source of income, but she claimed some friends uptown. Let them all know she had a little black book with a whole lot of names wrote down. Yes, she had a whole lot of names wrote down. So the mayor called a late night meeting upstairs at the city hall, where the powers to be told the federal men, said, boy, she's got us all. But if it's money that you're after, we'll see if the tax is paid. and over cigars and brandy, oh, and quiet deal was made. Just a country girl with nerves of steel, Madge never flinched nor blinked. When the DA dropped all the charges, Madge just give him a little wing. Set out to make a name for herself, but now she had it. Everybody that knew old Madge just called her the Madam Rabbit. Yeah, they called her the Madam Rabbit. Here comes the inning. Now nobody ever knew where Madge got to. She was never seen in town again. When my mama started telling this story, well, it all started making sense. So I was raised up rich in California, no daddy ever owned a scene. Mama's maiden name was Roberts, and her first name was Magdalene. Just a country girl with a heart of gold and a taste for a better life. My mama did what she had to do, and it all worked out fine. Set out to make a name for herself, and ooh, she had it. My blue-haired church-goer mama was once called the Madam Rabbit. Everybody called her the Madam Rabbit. Woo! Oh, there you go. I want to bring out Rex McGee here, my new buddy. Come out here, Rex. You need to stand 2 square feet. Happy to be joined by a fiddler. Hadn't had a fiddle player in probably pre-pandemic, when Russell Montgomery used to live here. This song is a song that I wrote, I don't know, about 8 years ago when I got out of college and I was living with my mom. She's down in Key West looking on right now. Hey, Mama. And I didn't have any job, and she quickly said, you got to get a job. And so I did, and luckily I fell into a pretty cool trade. I worked for a company called Salem Stained Glass down in East Bend, and they are very good people to work for, and they put up with my shenanigans, and so it's all good. So we're going to go to work, huh?
Go to work, boy.
Let's go to work. And this proves that somebody can write something they have no idea what they're talking about.
There you go.
2, 3. Well, I've been sitting on my hind end for far too long, picking on this guitar, singing these silly songs. I gotta go to work. Yeah, I gotta find myself a job. I need a little bit of extra money just to help myself along. Well, I'm gonna pick up a hammer, swing a mighty axe, dig with a shovel, man, I'm gonna use my back. I gotta go to work. Yeah, I gotta find myself a job, a real job. I need a little bit of extra money just to help myself along. Let's pick it one more to go to that day job. Big time, I'll probably be dreaming, then I'll wake up. Oh, it's time to get ready for that job. I need a paycheck rolling in just to help myself along. Well, I'd like to mine for gold, dig for precious gems, striking rich with the lottery and sit on my butt again, but I'm back to work. Yes, I'm right back to that job. I need a little bit of extra money just to help a poor boy along. Oh, I need a little bit of extra money just to help myself along. Mercy. Rex McGee. Thank you, thank you.
Way to go.
Fine
Thank you
picking,
so
fine
much.
picking.
That was some good picking.
Well, thank you.
So, Luke, tell me how a young man like you got into this older style of music. What have you been listening to?
Well, I had several bad influences growing up, and my first employer was the first, and that's how I ended up meeting Robert. And I got turned on. My dad bought some old records from an auction house, and we got to going through those things, and that's sort of where it all started. We started digging through some of his old high school hits that were coming on the radio at the time, and I just started that journey with records, and I went rock and roll, blues, singer-songwriters, folk stuff, and then eventually to old country and bluegrass and all the good stuff, in my opinion.
And you work it all into your music. I love that.
We do, yeah.
That's amazing. Well, Bevan just brought me a piece of paper that says, in the YouTube comments, wish I was there. This is Luke's mom. I'm in Key West, Florida. I love you, Luke.
Awesome. I love you too, Mama.
Hey, Mama.
That's great.
Well, I was talking to Luke earlier today, and I see him, but he's kind of a quiet man, and I told him I really didn't know that much about him, so I started talking to his friends to say, dig up some dirt that I could ask you about on stage, and all I could get was to ask you about your fishing skills.
Oh, well, it's been too long since I've been fishing.
Robert,
but,
what do you think?
He can't catch fish.
You can't believe anything he said.
And you can't believe anything I say. That's true.
Brady, have you ever been fishing with Luke?
Brady can't fish.
No, I can't fish. I most definitely can't fish, but I've never been fishing with him.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, last time I went fishing with Robert, he hooked into, he said, I got a big one.
I did.
And we went in there and wrestled that thing out, and it turned out to be a radial tire.
Well, he
You
was
cook them
right. It
long
was a big
enough,
one.
they're pretty good. You know, you got to cook them a long time.
Yeah, like a few days, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're foolish. But we have fun at it, and that's what matters.
You do, and your music is so much fun, and I've so enjoyed getting to know it, and you.
Yeah, well, we love a good story song, as you probably could already tell, and
Yeah.
we've got a bunch of stuff sitting on the shelf that we need to get out to you folks, and we got to do that pronto. So bear with us, and we'll give you some new music before too long.
Excellent. Well, can you give us one more song before intermission?
Yeah, and we do have some CDs out there of Robert's, and this is the title track to the latest Robert Oldhauser hit record.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoy it. I hope you share this song with your friends if you like it. I think we can sweep the country with it, and we want to go talk to Pabst Blue Ribbon Brewing Company about this one. Maybe we can get a sponsorship out of it.
That would save me a lot of money.
Well, I pulled into Kansas City and hopped out of my car. Walked into a place called Beer Man's Bar. I told the man I've been working full throttle. I said, can I get a nice ice cold Pabst Blue Ribbon in the bottle? He said, I'm sorry, friend, we're just all sold out. We got light beer, dark beer, we got pilsners and stouts. See, they call me the beer man if you're a beer drinking guy. We got some other beer here you might want to try. What'd you tell me, son?
I said, we got Red Stripe, Miller Lite, Coors Light, Trôs, Corona, Heineken, Michelob, High Life, Red Ale, All Day, IPA, Bold Rock, Roll Rock, Shock Top, Pale, Malt Liquor, Guinness, and Gaelic Ale. We got lots of beer. Ice House, Land Shark, Bud Light, Lime, Faust, Grain Belt, Hamdo Style. Beer from Boston or Indiana, beer made from nuts and from bananas. Beer from Milwaukee, Texarkana. I got lots of beer.
All right.
See, they call me the beer man, 'cause I've got lots of beer, man. I got bottles, I've got the cans, man. I can put one in your hand, man. They call me the beer man.
What else you got?
I got Full Moon, Blue Moon, Green Room, Pearl, Shiner, Box, St. Pauli, Earl. Iron City, Shape Ship, Head Shipyard. Come on, boy, it's on the bar. If you're a Texan, I've got Lone Star. I got lots of beer. Tecate Estrella, I got Dos Equis, dang good beer. Made by Mexicans, Okies, Old Doc Molson too. Well, the Bass is a fine Canadian brew. We all know beer is good for you. I got lots of beer. See, they call me the beer man, cause I've got lots of beer, man. I got bottles, I got the cans, man. I put one in your hand, man. They call me the beer man.
I'm listening.
Bush beer, natural Keystone Beck's, old Milwaukee, Milwaukee's best. Yingling, Old Valentine, in here it's always Miller time. I sell beer, don't sell no wine. I sell lots of beer.
Anything else?
Lazy Day, David, Hartman, Smith, Lanier, Lucky Lager. I sell Schlitz, sell hard cider, Billy Beer, hard lemonade. I sell every beer that's made. Come on, boy, what do you say? Let's all have a beer. Well, come on, boy, what do you say?
That sure is a lot of beer.
Yeah.
And you got all that beer and no Pabst Blue Ribbon in the bottle?
Sold out.
Son.
Bunch of stagehands from the Martha Bassett Show came in here. They drank every one I had.
You're kidding.
Yep, every last one. But I got it on order. I've ordered some more and it'll be here first thing tomorrow.
I was hoping you were going to say tonight.
No, tomorrow.
Well, this old boy's hitting the road in the morning. But while I'm here, I guess we could try
A red stripe, Miller Lite, Coors Light, Três, Corona, Heineken, Michelob, High Life, Red Ale, all day IPA, Bold Rock, Roller, Knock, Shock, Top Ale, Malt Liquor, Guinness, and Gaelic, yeah, we like all that beer. Yeah, we like all that beer. Ooh.
the Beer Man's Bar.
Luke Mears, Brady Reed, Robert Holthauser. We're going to take a short intermission. The Reeves Theater has graciously stocked all of the beers mentioned, but we highly recommend a PBR. So hit the merch booth and we'll see you back here in a little bit. Welcome back to the second half of the Martha Bassett Show, featuring Choro das Três, Ordinary Elephant. That's Pete and Crystal D'Amour, and Luke Mears Band with Brady Reed and Robert Holthauser. We'd like to give a big welcome to all of our listeners on Radio Bristol, housed in the birthplace of Country Music Museum. Radio Bristol is a radio station and online destination for music fans who want more from the earliest seeds of country to today's Americana and roots artists. It's WBCM Radio Bristol. Lowe's Foods provided our hospitality this evening, and we are proud to say that the Martha Bassett Show artist accommodations are provided by 3 Trails, part of the Carolina Experience. It's your boutique hotel, step from the Reeves Theater. These folks have designed 14 units with a modern flair, highlighting the building's architectural history. They also have a rooftop patio, and if you come to the Martha Bassett Show, you get 15% off your stay. Just use promo code MARTHA15. Now, let's get back to the Reeves stage in downtown Elkin with Martha Bassett.
I wanna mambo, sambo, do my number, hold my lady all the summer.
Reagan Mitchell on the mellow saxophone. Will you please welcome back Ordinary Elephant?
Thank y'all so much. Like we talked about with Martha, we live on the road a lot of the year in our van with our dogs. But we do have a place. We have a home base now. But for a while, for about 5 years there, we did live on the road full time. And at the time, we had 4 dogs. Because we're those sorts of people. But when we decided to do that, when we decided to live on the road full time, we were determined to not get a storage unit. And we were technically successful. We said either we're bringing it along or we're getting rid of it. Those were the 2 options. But we had some things that didn't fit into either of those categories. Sentimental things we wanted to hang on to but not drag around everywhere. And our parents were gracious enough to allow us to keep a few boxes in their closets. And then when we got a place again, they promptly gave them right back. And said, thanks. But it was really cool going back through these boxes and remembering what it was that we wanted to remember when we put them together. And inside one of them was a copy of The Prophet, written by Khalil Gibran. And it was gifted to me many years ago by a dear friend, and I hadn't read it in a while, so was leafing through it, and this song found me.
There's a copy of The Prophet up on the high shelf. It's taller and it's deeper than the rest of the book, so his eyes graze its spine like his lips across his left front tooth. Like anything that's always there, sometimes it's just there. Like everything that's gone, she left reminders everywhere. So nostalgia has been nagging him to pull that down again. And for the first time in a long time, he does as he's asked. He pretends it's a sign when the page catches on his thumb, as if that crack in the binding wouldn't tell anyone else he's been here before. He knows these lines by heart. When love beckons to you, follow him. When he speaks to you, believe in him, though his voice may shatter your dreams. As the north wind lays waste the garden. And for the first time in a long time, he does as he's asked.
dresses should come with pockets. I have one stage dress that has pockets. It is not this one. That I get so excited and I put things in it, but then I forget because I'm not used to having pockets, and so I forget. I'm like, where is pocket?
Pocket day.
Yeah. So does anybody else talk to themselves? Some of you own up to it. I know, we all do it. But I do it in my everyday life, but I do it in song too. And the cool thing about song is that you can talk to anybody in a song. That person doesn't have to exist in that moment that you're talking to them. And so this song is written to my future self. Usually say this past January, but it's almost like upcoming January. So this coming January will be 3 years sober for me. And I started writing this song a few months into this journey.
One, two.
I see you in the distance like a dream, like a dream, like a dream. I hear you in my head like a song I'm still learning to sing. I can't get the melody quite right. Got a splitter in my palm, sawdust in my eyes, and sweat on my skin. Working with my hands keeps me out of my head, but only for a little while. There you are back again. A vision of the version of the person I want to be when I die. I wish for us to be near enough, only a mirror could fit between. I think I can see you wishing the same thing, but you can't move any closer on your own. I guess I gotta come to you. I need a river, I need a road, I need a way. Good intentions only go so far. Can you tell me where to start?
You've been listening to Ordinary Elephant on National Public Radio. The Martha Bassett Show is thrilled to partner with Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist, the lead sponsor of the Martha Bassett Show. The U.S. News and World Report's 2023 edition of Best Graduate Schools ranked Wake Forest University School of Medicine among the top 50 research programs in the nation. They're the gold standard of healthcare. The Wake Forest Baptist Davie Medical Center made the Becker Hospital Review list of top-rated hospitals for patient experience state by state. It's Atrium Health, Wake Forest Baptist, where innovation and compassion meet. We are also very excited to announce our newest sponsor to the Martha Bassett Show, Massed General Store. Established in 1883, these folks are family and employee-owned. It's Mass General Store, not just a store, it's a destination. Now let's get back to the Reeves Theater stage. Let's give a big Elkin hand to the Luke Mears Band.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, we're going to continue the show with a tribute number that I wrote for a dear hero of mine. The Georgia Wild Man. Well, it wasn't you, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Mr. Jerry Reed. Ready, boys?
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3. Well, I got a need for Reed. I'm talking about Jerry Reed. His funky style of picking, Lord, it's got my trigger tripping. No, I can't stop. I guess I kick it when I drop. Lord, I'm crazy about old Jerry Reed. Yes, his music's like a gold mine to a guitar boy like me. He's been fine on my mind since he made these blind ears to see. Sweet Georgia sunshine, well, it's warm to my soul. I turned on swarming and strutting, I'm clothing these strings, and I'm a cat gutting. And I owe my baby for taking a rambling out of me. But I owe all my hot licks to Jerry Reed. Thank you, son. Can't stand it. Every movie night so smoky and abandoned. And when we get all nestled in bed, well, I got old Jerry Reed running through my head. From when you're hot, don't eastbound and down. And I know it may sound silly, but sometimes, Lord, I think she wanna kill me. We got a thing called love, and somehow she understands. She my kind of woman, and Jerry's my guitar man. That's right. I got a need for Reed. I'm talking about Jerry Reed. His funky style of picking, Lord, it's got my trigger tripping. No, I can't stop. I guess I'll kick it when I drop, 'cause Lord, I'm crazy about old Jerry Reed. Whoa, yeah, Lord, I'm crazy about old Jerry Reed. All right. I'd like to bring out Ben Singer to do some hot organ playing for us. I mentioned something about my love for old records, and I put it into a song, believe it or not. And it's called The Vinyl Junkie. Some of y'all may know what I'm talking about. Recently I've been bit by a bug. Seems like old vinyl records, they're my kind of drug. Don't make a difference just what kind of size. I'm buying them 33 and a third, 78 and 45. I'm out searching for them high and low at every record shop and antique store. Just like a hound, you know, I sniff them out. And if I see a little box of them, I nearly jump and shout. I'm a vinyl junkie. I like cold rock and rollin' country. I dig blues about anything funky. Say now, man, do you know what I mean? Now it's plain I got a problem Well, I know that's true, but you know there's a lot worse things that a man can get hooked onto. There's things out there make a boy shake and itch. Mine's just a mighty craving, make me go out and dig. And I tell you, I can look through them all day long, looking for those albums and long lost songs. Searching the thrill that gets me almost high. When I find a little treasure, ooh man, what a ride. I'm a vinyl junkie, I like old rock and roll and country. I dig the blues about anything funky. Say now man, do you know what I mean? Like a fiend with his dough, a drunkard with his wine, I'm out searching for them all the time. And some people say that I got some kind of disease. They don't understand, it's my expertise. You might think it's gotten out of hand. All the records on the floor and there about ain't a place to stand. But tell me what you're into, and if it's good, you can bet I got it. Put the needle to the wax, and you know we gonna rock it. After all the 8 tracks, cassettes and CDs, right down to today's digital MP3s. You wanna know the truth of the matter? My answer's final. Don't nothing touch that sweet crackling pop of vinyl. I'm a vinyl junkie, I like old rock and roll and country. I dig the blues about anything funky. Say now man, do you know what I mean? Like a fiend with his dough, like a drunkard with his wine, I'm out searching for them all the time. Now some people say that I'm downright diseased. They don't understand, it's my expertise. Ooh, I think I'm getting a little itch right now. I think I might have to get one of them records out, put it on the turntable and give it a spin. The Vinyl Junkie, thank you so much.
Luke Mears, how about that? Well, how about that? We're going to turn things a little dark and macabre with a little Tom Waits song for you.
And Choro das Três is going to help us.
We're missing a saxophone player. Does anybody know one? He's in a very colorful top. He's easy to spot.
We can go ahead and start. He'll be back.
Here he comes. I hear him. Regan Mitchell. Those are the footsteps of Regan Mitchell. You might notice, I know exactly what was happening now. You might notice he has switched to this long saxophone, which is different than the other ones that were up here. And I had a feeling he was like, uh-oh, I don't have my long saxophone, which is officially called the soprano saxophone. So this is a song called Dead and Lovely.
She was a middle-class girl. She was in over her head. bulletproof smile. He had money to burn. She thought she had the moon in her pocket. He was hard to impress. He knew everyone's secrets. He wore her on his arm just like jewelry. He never gave, but he got. He kept her on a leash. He's not the kind of wheel you fall asleep at, but now she's dead. She's so dead, forever dead and lovely now. Come closer, look deeper, you're falling fast, just like a plane on a stormy sea. She made up someone to be. She made up some place to be from. This is one business in the world where that's no problem. Everything that is left, they will only plow under. Soon everyone you knew will be gone, and now she's dead, forever dead, forever dead and lovely now. I've always been told, remember this, don't let a kiss fool you, never marry for love. Everything has its price, everything has its place. What's more romantic than dying in the moonlight? Now they're all watching the sea. What's lost can never be broken. Her roots were sweet, but they were so shallow. And now she's dead, forever dead. She's dead and lovely now. Dead, so dead. She's so dead and lovely now.
That's Martha Bassett.
And Choro das Três.
Obrigada.
Martha Bassett Show is supported in part by Explore Elkin, your one-stop travel source for the Yadkin Valley and beyond. If you're looking for hometown charm, historic landmarks, Main Street shopping, and fine dining, come stay a while in downtown Elkin. Elkin is a small town with a big community. So whether it's downtown events, music, hiking, or just paddling the Blue Water Trail, let Explore Elkin help you find your trail. You can learn more on Facebook or at exploreelkin.com. Support for the Martha Bassett Show also comes from these fine downtown Elkin businesses: Mountain High Metals, the Elk Pharmacy, Yoga on Main, Coley Hall at the Liberty, Angry Troll Brewing, Yadkin Valley Quilts, the Wisdom Table, and Elkin's cutest little cocktail bar, Fruition. What do we have next, Martha?
We have a bossa nova from Antonio Carlos Jobim called Samba de uma Nota Só.
Ooh, very
And
good.
we're joining these ladies on this.
Do you want to bring someone up?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
We have a Pandero player in our audience tonight. Where is Chris Reichmeyer?
There's one in every audience, really. You just don't know it yet.
I heard he was coming tonight, and I invited him to sit in with us. Is this the mic?
Let's work that out. Hold that for me.
Okay. This is the first time that Chris has met these ladies, so.
I can jump one over and that's your one.
No. They've got him
They've got it? Okay.
hooked up right here. Chris moved to Winston-Salem just 2 or 3 years ago. Is that right? 3 years ago, and from Kansas, and right
The birthplace of Pandero players.
by way of Georgia. Okay, you started playing in Kansas, though, didn't you? Is that right? I might have this all wrong. Anyway, he plays in my bossa nova group, and I believe he is not only the best Pandero player in Winston-Salem, but might be the only. Is that true? They're hard to find around here. So we were very happy he moved to town. All right.
Can I I'm rarely ever allowed to interject. Can we have maybe one of you all explain the Pandero, or maybe you all, like, briefly, like, what it is? People don't really know here.
Okay, well, pandeiro is a Brazilian instrument. You guys call it tambourine, but this is the Brazilian pandeiro. So it was developed in Brazil to play Brazilian music, mostly choro and samba. And then as the other genres of music were created, it became popular in other styles of music as well. I think that pandeiro, guitar, and a cavaquinho are probably the 3 most popular instruments of Brazil. And while here in the US, you guys usually shake the pandeiro, or in some other countries, they play pandeiro in different ways. In Brazil, we have a technique, a different way of playing this instrument in flat position like that. So you get the jingles and the bass of the drum. So, pandeiro, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
We're ready.
So let me let my shaker here. Here we go. On the. voltei pra minha nota, como eu volto pra você. Vou contar pra minha nota como eu gosto de você. E quem quer todas as notas, ré, mi, fá, sol, lá, si, dó, fica sempre sem nenhuma, fica em uma nota só. Baiararararará, baiarararará, daio, daio, daiorará, daiorá, daiarararará, bararararará, daio, daiá. Minha terra tem palmeiras onde canto sabiá. As aves que aqui gorjeiam não gorjeiam como lá. E quem quer todas as notas, ré, mi, fá, sol, lá, si, dó, fica sempre sem nenhuma, fica em uma nota só. Pa, para, papira, pararura, para, papera, pararura, para, papá, para, pa, para, pa. Parara, 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 pa, pa. Minha terra tem palmeiras onde canto sabiá.
Choro das Três, Chris Reichmeyer, our awesome band. All right. Please welcome back Choro das Três. Oh, I'm going to chat with you a little bit first. And first of all, I want to point out that there are several Brazilian women in the audience. Will you guys make a little bit of noise for us? We'll all meet in the lobby afterwards, so...
Nice, thank you so much. Obrigada por terem vindo. Muito obrigada.
Yeah, we already had some wonderful treats
Yes.
from Juju.
Yes, Juju gave treats to these ladies, and they've already had them, so...
Thank you.
Okay, so the last time you were here, you were towards the first, in the first part of your time in the U.S. Not your first time in the U.S., but for this tour.
The first part of our tour, yeah.
Yes.
Now we are ending it.
Yes.
So it's a tour 1 year and a half on the road. We live in Brazil. It's not like we live here. We have a house in Brazil, and we are on tour. We are touring in a motorhome, and we've driven 26,000 miles. We went everywhere, on the West Coast, Middle West, East Coast, South, and it's been so wonderful. So the reason we started this tour is because our father, who was our pandeiro player, passed from COVID in 2021, and we just didn't want to play music anymore. And then we decided to give it a last try and come to the US and tour and see how it would feel to be on the road. And I think this was such a gift for us to have the chance to see so many places, so many people, reconnect with our music and with our selves and the positive things of life, you know. Kind of, when you travel, you see that there are more good people out there than bad people. It's just that the bad ones made it to the news, you know, but it was a wonderful experience. It's been wonderful.
And you've been traveling with your mom, Cristina, and 2 dogs?
2 little dogs, Lola and BB. So when we decided that we didn't want to play music anymore, we got 2 dogs. And we started, you know, they are little dogs, but...
A Chihuahua and a
Chihuahua
Dachshund.
and a Dachshund. So then when we decided to do the tour, we already had a motorhome, so it would work, you know, and I think that we'll always find a way to have our dogs with us because they're part of the family now.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Crystal and Pete are traveling with their 2 dogs as well, and that happens almost every show. People bring their dogs with them, so that's really cool.
Nice, yeah.
How much longer will you be in the U.S.?
So we are leaving in December, on the week like between Christmas and New Year's Eve. So we have a lot of things to finish, including the moving of a piano. We bought a baby grand piano, 100 years old baby grand piano for Elisa. And they say that you could make life easier if you want. We always choose to complicate it. So we are bringing a piano back home, and it's a lot of paperwork and packing, as you can imagine.
Wow. Well, do you have any plans to come back?
Yeah, sure. I think that we'll be back next year, probably in the summertime, and stay here until the fall. I'm not sure if we want to spend another winter in the U.S. again. Probably not. But the other seasons are okay.
Yes. As someone who spent a month in Brazil in their winter this summer, I can say that their winters are just beautiful in the 70s almost every day. And
yeah, the area where we live, it's always on the 70s. So we never worry. It's a thing for me, for us here, a new thing we have to learn and a new habit we have to create is to look at the forecast. Because we never do that where we live. But, you know.
Will you please share some more of your beautiful music with us?
Thank you. Obrigada. Sure. Obrigada, Martha. It's been a pleasure. So this year, we played with a symphony in Michigan, our compositions, and this is one of them. It's called A Festa na Lagoa, a party by the lake. It's a composition by the 3 of us and our father, Eduardo. Obrigada, thank you. So right now we are streaming, Martha is streaming, and we are streaming for our folks in Brazil, our fans in Brazil. So they are very curious about the US and if people like our music. So could you say hi to them? Could you say Oi Brasil? Can you say that? Oi Brasil. Yeah, very good. Yay! So now we're gonna play a very famous choro by a composer called Zequinha de Abreu, who is from the countryside like us. We live in the countryside of São Paulo state, in a small town called Porto Feliz, which translates to Happy Harbor. And so this is very nice to see another composer that came from a small town like us and see how famous he became and how much people loved his song all over the world. I forgot my microphone, sorry. Here we go. Obrigada, thank you. Well, and you are welcome to join us every Thursday on YouTube, Choro-3, youtube.com/Choro-3. And we have almost 190,000 subscribers. So if you can help us to get to 200,000 and subscribe, that would be wonderful.
What an amazing day this has been. I want to thank all these great artists for spending their day with us and putting on a great show for you guys. Will you put your hands together for Ordinary Elephant? Choro das Três. Mears Band. Our house band. I want to thank the Reeves for allowing us to throw this party here in this beautiful space. I want to say happy birthday to Debbie Carson, one of the owners of the Reeves. She just had a birthday. And I want to especially thank you for being here in such large numbers tonight. Please come back for our finale on November 7th. And I want to thank all the people watching on the live stream, especially from places like Brazil. And we're going to end this evening with a song that most of you will know. And again, thank you, everyone. Here we go. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
We'll have fun when the clock stops. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock to the broad daylight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock around the clock tonight.
Clock strikes 2, 3, and 4. The band slows down, we'll yell for more. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock to the broad daylight. Gonna rock around the clock tonight.
Tuning in, and to our beautiful live audience, let's hear it for Choro, Três, Ordinary Elephant, and the Luke Mears Band. How about our fearless leader, Martha Bassett? Thanks to all the folks from Lexercise for kicking off their corporate retreat and all they do to promote literacy. The great Frederick Douglass said, once you learn to read, you will be forever free. Jeff Irving, James Brickey, and Doug Williams of Electromagnetic Radiation Recorders handle the sound. Nick Bassett, Danny Carr, Chris Joe provided our video broadcast. Bevan managed the stage. Miranda Carr is out there selling the Martha Bassett Show. It's Martha Bassett Show, good music, good people. Come chat with us in the lobby.